Yashodanandana Brajajanaranyana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Radha Govardhana Shri Radhe Govardhana Shri Radhe Jaya Krishna Balaram Jaya Giri Govardhan Jaya Krishna Balaram Jaya Giri Govardhan Balaram Jaya Giri Govardhan Jaya Krishna Balaram Jaya Giri Govardhan Jaya Gaurani Tai Jaya Gaurani Tai Jaya Gaurani Tai Jaya Gaurani Tai Gaurani Tai Jaya Gaurani Tai Jaya Gaurani Tai Jaya Gaurani Jai Jai Prabhupada 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 Jai Jai Prabhupada 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 Jai Jai Prabhupada Jai Jai Gurudev 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 Jai Jai Gurudev 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 Jai Jai Gurudev Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parvachakacharya Shila Astupa His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Shila Prabhupada Ki Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai Namacharya Shila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय गंगा देवी की जय यमुना देवी की जय भक्ति देवी तुलसी देवी महारानी की जय नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the lotus feet of Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Panchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya vacha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Anantakoti Vaishnavavrinda ki jai. So Hare Krishna, good morning. Thank you everyone for coming for Srimad Bhagavatam class. So today we are reading from Canto 3, Chapter 24, entitled The Renunciation of Kadama Muni, and we're reading from text 29. Sa eva Bhagavan adya helanam na ganayana griheshu jato gramyanam yasvanam pakshaposhanaha sa eva Bhagavan adya helanam na ganayana griheshu jato gramyanam yasvanam pakshaposhanaha. Please chant. Helanam ganayana griheshu jato gramyanam yasvanam pakshaposhanaha sa eva Bhagavan adya helanam na ganayana griheshu jato gramyanam yasvanam pakshaposhanaha sa eva Bhagavan adya helanam ganayana griheshu jato gramyanam yasvanam pakshaposhanaha sa eva Bhagavan adya helanam na ganayana griheshu jato gramyanam yasvanam pakshaposhanaha. Word for word. Oh, sorry, go ahead. Sa eva. Thank you. Word for word, Sa eva, that very same, Bhagavan, Supreme Personality of Godhead, Adya, today, Helanam, negligence, Na, not, Ganaya, considering high and low, Na, our, Griheshu, in the houses, Jataha, appeared, Gramyanam, of ordinary householders, Yaha, he who, Svanam, of his own devotees, Pakshaposhanaha, who supports the party. Translation: not considering the negligence of ordinary householders like us, that very same Supreme Personality of Godhead appears in our homes just to support his devotees. Please repeat. Not considering the negligence of ordinary householders like us, that very same Supreme Personality of Godhead appears in our homes just to support his devotees. Purport. Devotees are so affectionate toward the personality of Godhead that although he does not appear before those who practice yoga in a secluded place, even for many, many births, he agrees to appear in a householder's home where devotees engage in devotional service without material yoga practice. In other words, devotional service to the Lord is so easy that even a householder can see the Supreme Personality of Godhead as one of the members of his household, as his son, as Kadama Muni experienced. He was a householder, although a yogi, but he had the incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Kapila Muni, as his son. Devotional service is such a powerful transcendental method that it surpasses all other methods of transcendental realization. The Lord says, therefore, that he lives neither in Vaikuntha nor in the heart of a yogi, but he lives where his pure devotees are always chanting and glorifying him. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is known as Bhakta Vatsala. He is never described as Gnani Vatsala or Yogi Vatsala. He is always described as Bhakta Vatsala because he is more inclined towards his devotees than toward other transcendentalists. In Bhagavad Gita, it is confirmed that only a devotee can understand him as he is. Bhaktya mam abhijanati. One can understand me only by devotional service, not otherwise. That understanding alone is real because although Gnanis, mental speculators, can realize only the effulgence or the bodily luster of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and yogis can realize only the partial representation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, a bhakta not only realizes him as he is, but also associates with the personality of Godhead face to face. Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Krishna Goswami Namine. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Vishesha Shunyavadi Pashtati Satanime. So I seek the blessings of all the devotees that I can speak something that will be beneficial to all of us, and especially I am speaking for my self-purification. It's not that I have realized any of this knowledge, but whatever little understanding and realization I have by reading Prabhupada's books and hearing from Srila Prabhupada and his devotees, I'll try to speak. So in this purport, it talks about how Krishna is Bhakta Vatsala, which means that he, in the translation Prabhupada writes, he supports. Kadama Muni is saying that the Supreme Personality of Godhead supports his devotees. And in the word for word, it says he who of his own devotees. So Krishna is taking ownership of his devotees. When we love someone, we say, oh, my son, just like Krishna Bhavana will say, my Govinda. So when Krishna loves his pure devotees so much, so he says my. So Kadama Muni is here confirming where the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he claims his own devotees and he supports his devotees' party. So Kadama Muni will understand a bit of the backstory is that Kadama Muni, he's a yogi, and he appeared in Satya Yuga where they lived for many years. So in Satya Yuga they lived for 100,000 years. And it says there that he practiced penance on the bank of the river Saraswati for 10,000 years. And it says, therefore, the yoga practice can be successfully performed by persons who have a very long duration of life, such as 100,000 years. In that way, it is possible to have perfection in yoga. Otherwise, there is no possibility of attaining the real perfection. And this is from Srimad Bhagavatam 3:21-6 purport. Prabhupada states there that it's not practical for us in the age of Kali, because the most we live is a maximum of 100 years, and even then the body is starting to disintegrate and it becomes very difficult to do even basic things, what to speak of concentrate, and also our voice can get choked up, so chanting it can become difficult. But we understand also from Nectar of Devotion, we are doing Bhakti Shastri with Ikshwaku Prabhu, many of us, some of us are here, that we can even practice Krishna consciousness within our mind. So this practice of devotional service is so powerful. So many times Prabhupada has emphasized this in all the Bhakti scriptures, in Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Bhagavad Gita. Actually, in Bhagavad Gita, it says there in Bhagavad Gita chapter 8, Attaining the Supreme, the last verse, 8:28, it says, Vedeshu yagyesu tapasu chaiva daneshu yat punya phalam pradishtam atyeti tat sarvam idam viditva yogi param sthanam upaiti chadyam. The translation is, a person who accepts the path of devotional service is not bereft of the results derived from studying the Vedas, performing sacrifices, undergoing austerities, giving charity, or pursuing philosophical and fruitive activities. Simply by the performing devotional service, he attains all these, and at the end he reaches the supreme eternal abode. So from this we can understand that here Kadama Muni, even though he's a yogi, he's saying there here in the translation that even it says they, not considering the negligence of ordinary householders like us, that very same Supreme Personality of Godhead appears in our home just to support his devotees. So Kadama Muni is a highly elevated devotee, so he understands that despite his following the yoga process and undergoing many, following austerities, 10,000 years of penance, he understands that it's only by devotional service that he's attaining the Supreme Personality of Godhead as his son. And actually these things, such as charity, austerities, penance, they support our bhakti, but they don't, they're not dependent on our achieving bhakti, because bhakti is a standalone process that it's not dependent on anything external. Because even someone who is in the worst physical, material condition can practice this. They don't need to be a highly elevated Ashtanga yogi. In this purport of 3:21-4, Prabhupada writes there that Devahuti also was a very advanced yogini. It says there, Devahuti was very much advanced in the performance of eightfold yoga. The 8 divisions of yoga performance, Prabhupada writes in that purport, is control of the senses, strict following of the rules and regulations, practice of the different sitting postures, control of the breath, withdrawing the senses from sense objects, concentration of the mind, meditation, and self-realization. Then there's 8 further perfectional stages, which are the yoga siddhis, which we understand also from Prabhupada's Nectar of Devotion, which is from the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu of Rupa Goswami. There's different yoga siddhis that one performs where they can become lighter than the lightest, heavier than the heaviest. They can have prapti siddhi where they can, just reaching out their hand, they can gain something from somewhere else. So these are mystic siddhi yogas. And it says there, Prabhupada states, the husband and wife, Kadama and Devahuti, were advanced in yoga practice. The husband was a Mahayogi, great mystic, and the wife was a Yoga Lakshana, or one advanced in yoga. So why is it that here Kadama Muni is saying that the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he is disregarding the negligence of ordinary householders? So he's seeing himself and his wife Devahuti as ordinary householders. And this is the great humility of pure devotees. They never see that anything they are doing is as a result of their own achievements. They understand it's all the mercy of the Lord. And also in being able to follow this process and being able to achieve many things, the mercy of the Lord, they see that these are, we heard in the previous classes, they understand these are like borrowed plumes on the feathers on a bird, that they don't belong to us, they are gifts from God, from Krishna, and we use it in His service. So it may also appear, I don't know what's in the mind of Kadama Muni, but it says there the negligence. So it could be also because for a short period of time they were engaging in sense gratification at the time when they were conceiving children, the 9 daughters. So he's maybe seeing that he wasn't following, but we understand that grahastas, they follow the Govardhana process, where even though they're engaging in sense gratification to conceive children, the element of Krishna is within that process. So always Krishna is always in the center of the devotees' heart and mind and grahastas. So here Kadama Muni, he is genuinely considering him and his wife as negligent and ordinary householders, and out of his great humility is feeling the magnanimity of the Lord. So he's appeared in his home as his son, Kapila Muni. So in Bhagavad Gita, which is the law book for mankind, it's like our manual, just like we buy appliances from the store, we have a guide, a manual to tell us how to operate it. So this Bhagavad Gita tells us how to operate this human body. In Bhagavad Gita 7:9, oh sorry, not 7:9. I got the verses mixed up. But it says that even one of the verses in Bhagavad Gita, it says that even after long practice, a yogi doesn't attain, it's very rare for one to attain the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So Kadama Muni, even though he's a great yogi, he's understanding how rare it is. And in Nectar of Devotion, there's so many chapters, and one of the qualities of pure devotional service is that it is very rare to achieve. But by Prabhupada's mercy, we are getting this knowledge, and we are able to follow. He's established so many centers and temples around the world. All the books are going out, the boys are going out, Lucas and Tom and all the other devotees, they're going out, Charanavinda Prabhu, Rupa Raghunath Prabhu, and distributing this knowledge so we can get out of this material body, and eventually in one lifetime we will be able to achieve the lotus feet of Krishna and go back home, back to Godhead. In Bhagavad Gita, in Srimad Bhagavatam 3:21, 7 purport, it says there that Kadama Muni not only meditated but also engaged in devotional service. To attain perfection in yoga, practice or meditation, one must act in devotional service by hearing, chanting, remembering, and so forth. So remembering is remembering the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and that is also meditation. So not only must one remember the Supreme Person, one must hear about the activities of the Lord and chant His glories. Paula, would you be able to get the microphone, please? Thank you. So, in Nectar of Devotion, there's a chapter which talks about there's 64 items of devotional service, and there's 5 main items that are the essence of Nectar of Devotion, and one of them is hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. Paula, can you mention some of the 5 limbs of devotional service, the items, the potent items of devotional service? So one of them is hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. Yeah, Nectar of Devotion, we are studying it together.
Deity worship.
Yes.
Living in the holy Dham.
Yes.
Shravanam. Listen to Shiva Bhagavatam.
Yep.
Forgetting one. Chanting.
Yes. So we are so fortunate that Prabhupada, he has given us this process where it's so easy for us. We don't understand, okay, I can speak for myself, that how fortunate we are that in the old days they didn't even have paper, they had parchments, and it was so rare to get these books. Chaitanya Charitamrita was not accessible. The first Sankirtan party, Narottam Das Thakur and Srivas Thakur, Shamananda Pandit, and Srinivas Acharya, they were the first Sankirtan devotees, and Jiva Goswami sent them with all the books, and the books at one point got stolen by dacoits. So there were no any other books, but we are so fortunate that these books are easily accessible to us. Deity worship is easily accessible to us. Sweeping the Lord's temple, that's also part of deity worship. So all this is so accessible to us. Chanting the holy names in the association of devotees, attending Mangal Aarti. So all these processes, the limbs of bhakti, I might take it for granted because it's so easy and so accessible, but actually we are so fortunate we have this rare opportunity to practice Krishna consciousness in the association of devotees, and we can become purified. So Krishna, he says, his devotees. So when we love someone, we claim them, ownership of them. As I was saying before, Govinda, his parents will say, my Govinda. They won't say just Govinda. So they're showing how much love they have for their son. So in Bhagavad Gita, there's a few places where Krishna is saying how dear his devotees are. Who knows which chapters or verses where Krishna is saying how his devotees are very dear to him? A microphone?
Chapter 12.
Yes, chapter 12.
The last 5 verses in chapter 12.
Yes.
Especially 12-20.
Yes, the last 7 chapters of the last 7 verses of chapter 12, text 13 to 20. Krishna is saying the devotees are dear, most dear, and the dearest. So he's giving gradations of how his devotees are so dear to him. And the Chatur Slokis, in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 10, 8 to 11, he's saying how his devotees are so dear to him that they come together in the association of other devotees and chant and hear about his glories. So that's what we are doing here now. We are chanting together, hearing about his glories. And in the purport of this verse, it says there that there's a different destination achieved by the Gnanis and the Yogis. So the Gnanis are the ones, they achieve the Brahman effulgence of the Lord. And the Gnanis, it says here, the Gnanis, mental speculators can realize only the effulgence or the bodily luster of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And Yogis can realize only the partial representation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. A bhakta or devotee not only realizes him as he is, but also associates with the Supreme Personality of Godhead face to face. So in Sri Ishopanishad, there's the last 4 verses, I think. It says these are the prayers by the pure devotees. And the devotee is praying in mantra 15. Hiranmayena patrena satyas ya pihitam mukham tatsvam pushan apar vrunu satya dharmaya drishtaye. So this Hiranmayena, so this golden effulgence, the translation is, O my Lord, sustainer of all that lives, your real face is covered by your dazzling effulgence. Kindly remove that covering and exhibit yourself to your pure devotee. So here it says there that Krishna, the Bhakta, not only realizes him as he is, but also associates with the personality of Godhead face to face. So we understand there's just like the sun, there's the sunshine, the sun planet, and then we enter into the sun globe. So there's different realizations, but a devotee, a pure devotee, gets to know the Supreme Personality of Godhead and sees him face to face. Unlike the Jnanis, they only see the transcendental effulgence. So that golden effulgence, when we see the sun directly comes in our eyes, or when we're driving, we can't see. We have to cover our eyes so we can see. So practicing devotional service is like directly seeing the Supreme Personality of Godhead face to face, because just by hearing, chanting, remembering him, we can see him. So we chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So in the previous classes, there was the question of how we pray, how we chant to the Lord. So this Sri Ishopanishad, it contains 18 beautiful mantras, and the last few mantras, the last 4, it's telling us how the devotee prays. So in this mantra 15, it says the devotee is asking the Lord to remove his effulgence so he can see the Lord face to face. And then in mantra 16, it's continuing on from that verse on the Lord removing his effulgence, so the devotee can see the Lord. It says, please remove the effulgence of your transcendental rays so that I can see your form of bliss. You are the eternal Supreme Personality of Godhead, like unto the sun, as am I. And then mantra 17, it says, let this temporary body be burnt to ashes, and let the air of life be merged with the totality of air. Now, O my Lord, please remember all my sacrifices, and because you are the ultimate beneficiary, please remember all that I have done for you. So we understand that Krishna is the ultimate beneficiary. Yagnatat karmano nyatra lokoyam karma bandhana. So Krishna is the ultimate beneficiary of all yoga, all yagyas, all sacrifices. So even any charity, mystic yoga practice, any process we follow, if it doesn't have bhakti, we won't achieve any result of it. But just by following bhakti alone, we achieve all the benefits of all other processes. And then mantra 18, the pure devotee ends with, O my Lord, as powerful as fire, O omnipotent one, now I offer you all obeisances falling on the ground at your feet. O my Lord, please lead me on the right path to reach you. And since you know all that I have done in the past, please free me from the reactions to past sins so that there will be no hindrance to my progress. So that's the humility of a pure devotee, that they don't see themselves being able to achieve anything without the mercy of the Lord and his pure devotees. And in Nectar of Devotion, it talks about how we need to follow in the footsteps of the pure devotees, and then we can achieve the result of attaining the shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead in His supreme abode. So this following the process, following the footsteps, so the pure devotee is praying that the last 4 prayers of the Sri Ishopanishad is that please give me shelter and remember all that I have done. So when we are practicing devotional service and we are following, maybe we are following externally, but we know in our own heart and mind what's going on in our consciousness and our heart. And we are constantly bombarded, especially in this day and age, with the social media and our phone. And I remember Kadamba Kanana Swami, one of his classes, the last few days of his departure, online Zoom classes, he was saying that now we carry Maya in our pocket. The phone, we're just scrolling, and we think no one witnesses our shortcomings, and we think, speaking for myself, we think, okay, we are chanting 16 rounds, we are following the 4 regulative principles, but there's certain nuances, there's degrees of following. And sometimes we think, okay, it's fine, I'm still doing the external process. But doing these things, it's actually, we are getting stuck in the sticky web of the spider, and it's entangling us. And only by Krishna's mercy and the devotees' mercy, we can become disentangled. So we always keep praying to the Lord, just like in the last prayer, it says, please help me to put me on the right path. Continuously we need to keep praying, even if we're following for 20, 30, 40, 50 years. It's a constant practice, just like eating. It's not that I ate food yesterday that I shouldn't eat today or 10 years from now. We constantly need to sustain our body, and we constantly need to sustain our spiritual practice, become immunized by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And associating with devotees, reading Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, and following all the processes of devotional service. And sometimes we may fall down, just like a little baby learning to walk. They fall down, they may get bruises and scrapes. So the people around them, the devotees, they don't laugh at the child. They encourage them, lift them up. And we keep going. So even though we may stumble and fall, we keep going. We never leave the shelter of the devotees. That's Maya's illusion. Maya is trying to say, oh, you're not good enough. You can't show your face to devotees. No matter what we do, whatever we've done in our previous lives, whatever bad things we do, we should never, ever leave the association of devotees. And it's not that we also go in public and also announce our shortcomings, because we need to also be responsible, because it will disturb other devotees' mind. We find 1 or 2 devotees where we can reveal our mind in confidence, and then we can try to gradually get healthy, heal in spiritual life. And just like there's this devotees, they have a podcast, Raghunath and Kaustuba, Wisdom of the Sages. Yes, they have this Bhakti recovery program, and there's many other devotees also that have different types of Bhakti recovery programs. So sometimes we may be triggered by a devotee that did something, or because there's something in us, there's always something in us, some anartha, maybe not in this lifetime, in previous lifetime. So we just try to keep a respectful distance, but there's always someone who is able to help that devotee, because they're not triggered by a certain thing. So there should always be some devotee who will help them, or there'll be always someone to help us when we are struggling. So never, ever, ever leave the association of devotees despite any circumstances, because this is our safety net, this is our protection. And that is the number one thing. Even chanting comes after the association of devotees, because even though this Kali Yuga, it says there that the only process is this Sankirtan Yagya chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. But how are we able to chant? It's by the mercy and the association of devotees. How are we able to read Bhagavatam? How are we able to do deity worship? All these processes, we are able to do it is because we are in the association of devotees. Just like I've heard an example, in a sack there's some rocks, and the rocks, they jiggle in the sack, and then they become smooth. So sparks may fly. We in the association of devotees, in a community, we get triggered and this happens, or that person did this and this happened and that. But we are in the sack, we are in the tight-knit association of devotees. So those rocks are becoming smooth, even though the sparks are flying. So we should never leave the association of devotees. And actually, something that really helped me, I've been really praying to Krishna because I felt my consciousness is not right. So I came across these, Krishna always helps. We open a book or we come across a devotee, or even someone who hasn't yet come to Krishna consciousness may say something that can say, oh Krishna, thank you for giving me that message. I really needed that. So I came across these lectures, Romapad Swami on his YouTube channel. He's one of the devotees that I'm also really inspired by. And there's a series of lectures called Vaishnava Etiquette, and it's on his YouTube channel on a playlist. It's a series of 12 lectures, 1.5 to 2 hours each. And he talked about the great importance of respect. Respect is so important. Respect, never deviate from respect under any circumstances. Like even the worst, someone may be a child abuser, we understand they did some service for Krishna, and we step away from that because that is not acceptable, and the law will take the action. And Krishna, the law of karma, and also the government law will take action. But we should never ever deviate from respect. And if we are triggered or something happens, we can keep a respectful distance. So always remain in the association of devotees, and there's even tips and techniques in that. I would recommend it. It really helped me. That also seeing that we're respecting the super soul within the heart of every living entity. What to speak of a devotee? So even though there's some clash with a devotee, we respect them, and also they are a spirit soul, and within their heart is residing the super soul as well. So the association of devotees is so important, and we take shelter of the devotees and the association. So I'll end there. If anyone has any questions, comments, corrections, microphone.
Thank you, Mataji, for class. Thank you. You mentioned the rarity of attaining the Supreme and the difficulty that it takes. It also says in the Bhagavad Gita that the mind is more difficult to control than the wind, but in the next couple of verses it says that those who work in devotional service attain me easily, and it's guaranteed. Prabhupada also guarantees that the process will 100% of the time lead the devotees to attain the Supreme. So if you could just touch on the dichotomy there.
So it was just like in one of the other classes, it says there that it should be simple because we are here because we know that this process is sublime and pure. But as we keep practicing, in the beginning we'll get some mercy, we are carried by Krishna, but gradually as we practice, we start realizing and we start seeing, oh, this devotee, like when we initially come somewhere, we see, oh, everyone's so effulgent and so bright. But as we start practicing, there's a saying, familiarity breeds contempt. So that's why these lectures really help me, that we need to always be respectful, and that's the key. That when we respect devotees, then these problems, we'll avoid these problems. We see devotees like even Mahatma Prabhu, he has these courses on forgiveness and all these the self-help that he's gone to help us. And even though he's a disciple of Srila Prabhupada, he's been practicing for 50 plus years. Why is he doing this course? Because he's seeing the need. So yes, this process is so easy that Prabhupada says one moment we can achieve love of Godhead. He says one moment. But then we see in our own selves, we can experience it, our own consciousness, that there's, we're not 100% pure devotees. The 24 hours a day, in a week, we can test out our own consciousness. So yes, the purity and the rarity is there. But because we are so conditioned, we have many lifetimes, we're so conditioned that we default to our lower nature. But by the association of devotees, we can remain uplifted. So that's the understanding I have. And just that's why Mahatma Prabhu, when he came, he was saying that, he's done all these things. We don't have to go reinvent the wheel and go research here and there. He's Krishnaized everything. And Prabhupada's books contain everything we need to know. We just stay in the association of devotees and we utilize everything in Krishna's service. Yeah. Thank you. Anyone else has anything?
Haribol. Thank you for the class. So in the verse, it says the ordinary householders, but then it goes on to say that Krishna says that these householders are dear to him. So when it says ordinary householders at the beginning of the verse, it actually means that they are already devotionally inclined. Yes. They're not like demoniac householders.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. That's a good point. Yes, there's Grihamedi and Grihastha. So here Kadama Muni, I don't know what exactly is in his mind, but I remember from previous classes it says there that even Bhakti Vinod Thakur, he's saying, I am such a low-born person, I'm like a dog. So Kadama Muni, he is, because he's a great yogi, he knows that it's not by his 10,000 years of penance, it's because he added in devotional service. So in chapter 21, we're in chapter 24 of this third canto, but in chapter 21 it says that he not only practiced penance, he practiced devotional service. So here is emphasizing for us that aside from the yogic practice, even just following ordinary household life, because we understand sometimes on a external level, sannyasis and brahmacharis are given higher status, but sometimes like even they said the grahastha life is like a andakupam, like a endless well, and we've fallen. So he's emphasizing that despite that, whatever ashram we are in life, that Krishna is so kind to his devotees. He's not judging them on the externals. So that's my understanding. Like even Bhakti Vinod Thakur is a pure devotee, but he's saying I am the most fallen. So that's what I understood. I hope that's okay. Krishna Kirtan Prabhu.
So he's speaking from his humility when he says ordinary householder.
Yes. And also for us to benefit, that he's saying, because we are all ordinary householders, and how we going to get Krishna, but it's a hope giving also that we can also attain.
Thank you.
Thank you. Krishna Kirtan Prabhu, you were going to say something?
Just on this question, that pure devotional service is very rare but easy to perform. What's difficult is mixed devotional service. Mm. That's where you stumble along, going backwards and forwards and sideways, and so that's a frustrating form of devotional service, you could say. But pure devotional service is very easy, very straightforward, but rare.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, for me, what helped me more is like just remembering that we need to respect devotees. I think we are carried by the mercy of the devotees. So just that's one foolproof method, that always on the side of respect despite anything, even people who haven't yet come to Krishna consciousness, just like Jayananda Prabhu. He's the one who made the first Rath Yatra cart in the West. So people were throwing even eggs at the devotees, but the devotees were so humble, and people, he would take out the garbage, and everyone loved Jayananda Prabhu. He was so humble, and he did even humble menial service, and he was so dear to Prabhupada. He left before Prabhupada left his body. So just remembering to always respect everyone, I found that was really helpful for me. So yes, it's so easy, and I personally think just working on keeping that respect despite whatever external happens is already such a big safety barrier in itself that will keep us in Krishna consciousness. Thank you. Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai.